It Chapter 2 was a really fun movie. I don't know if I enjoyed the 2017 version of the film more or if I enjoyed this one more. They definitely have both elements that make them stick out, but honestly, I think I might go with the first film, mainly because I did enjoy the performances by the child actors a lot more than the adults. That's not to say I didn't enjoy the adults' performances, especially this cast was stacked. They had the likes of James McAvoy, Jessica Chastain, and Bill Hader, just to name a few. This film, it had a few notable changes that I noticed from the 1990 film. And I think that they elevated the film with these changes. Not all of them are big changes. However, because of these changes, they allow a little bit more depth to the film in itself. Some of the changes are that Mike and Bill don't reconnect prior to the whole gang meeting up at the Chinese restaurant. Now, I will say that is something that I preferred in the 1990 version. However, because they focused on other things more in this film, I gave it a pass. But it's something that I think I would have liked to have seen in this film. The second thing that I noticed that they changed is that Mike shows Bill a ritual that is meant to defeat Pennywise. This was not even included in the 1990 version, and I don't know if it's part of the story. I'm assuming that it's part of the book. Obviously, I haven't read the book just yet. However, after seeing all three of these films, I am definitely intrigued in checking the book out. But that's the second change that I noticed. Also, Bev has visions. Definitely she didn't have them in the 1990 version. So it was a cool change. I wish they would have dived a little bit deeper, maybe shown a little bit more of her visions occurring. However, they hinted at it. I think it was a cool change. And then the fourth thing that I noticed is the token side quest mission that each of our losers have to go on to find in order to be able to complete the ritual that Mike originally showed Bill. It was also a nice touch having flashbacks with the younger versions of the characters played by their actors in the first film, because we were able to develop more, see more of what they did and what the first film didn't cover. Overall, I really enjoyed this franchise as a whole. I enjoyed the fact that it was a little bit scarier, a little bit creepier than the 1990 film. But surprisingly, something that I was able to endure, or something that I was able to be okay with. I wasn't too freaked out. I really enjoyed it. Again, as I pointed out in the first film, I loved the balance between the humor and then the horror aspects of this film. They do such a wonderful job. And I have to say, Richie continues to be my favorite character in this franchise. Bill Hader knocked it out of the park. He really nailed it, and it was just great to see this interpretation of Richie. I think that I would definitely recommend this film to anyone that has not yet seen it. It is a really fun time, even though it has its creepiness, even though it has its horror aspects. It is so fun. I also did catch two cameos in this film. One was the director, Andy Muschietti, and the second one is actually Stephen King. I'm curious if you've seen this film. Did you ever catch those cameos, those Easter eggs? And overall, this film had some great practical effects, had some great CGI. So I'm looking forward to hearing your guys' thoughts in the comments as always. And I just want to say thank you guys.